There we are. Good afternoon. This is GMU Today with your host, Mr. Nick B. Thank you all. I hope you have had a great week. It's Friday. We'll get started here with a little bit of news. And I know I'm probably a day late and a dollar short at this point. Bear with me though. Let's see here. So at any rate here, come on. Alright, so we'll go right into this one here. Former Ambassador John Huntsman announces running for Utah governor. Of course, yeah. Anyway, so this is former ambassador to Russia, John Huntsman, has announced his candidacy for governor of Utah. Huntsman was previously the governor of Utah, according to Fox News. Former Utah Governor John Huntsman announced Thursday morning that he is running for his old job once again. Yeah. Huntsman left the governorship in the middle of the second term in 2009 to serve as ambassador to China in the Obama administration. Maybe not so good. He recently finished a 2-year stint as ambassador to Russia under President Trump. When he decided to return to Utah last month, Huntsman had announced his resignation in August. Anyway, so that's from TTN. I forgot to say that. And I don't know. What do you guys think about Huntsman? That's all I'm going to read to you of that one there. Where'd it go? And I'm going to read this one to you real quick. This is something kind of important. Excuse me. Google paving the way. This is from Tea Party 247. Google paving the way for America's social credit score system. Tea Party 24/7. This is the absolute last thing the world needs. Just as we have learned that tech giant Google has been collecting health data in millions of Americans, we have also learned that they will soon also be offering checking accounts in partnership with 2 major banking institutions. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, think about it, Google, and yours and my checking account, not good at all. Not good at all. InfoWars reports, working with Citigroup and a credit union near its headquarters, Google is expected to launch the checking account project codenamed Cache, C-A-C-H-E, next year, according to the Wall Street Journal. Big tech companies see financial services as a way to get closer to users and glean valuable data. The outlets reported Apple Incorporated introduced a credit card this summer. Amazon.com Incorporated has talked to banks about offering checking accounts. Facebook Incorporated is working on a digital currency it hopes will upend global payments. Google's data collection already made headlines this past week when the Wall Street Journal revealed Google's partnership with Ascension, the second largest healthcare system in the U.S., in an attempt to create an AI software that analyzes millions of patient records. Both Google and Ascension quickly responded to the report, with Google suggesting the project is compliant with federal health law. No, it's not. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, it's not. HIPAA. Google has no business in your health records. Absolutely none. Just like nobody, including you or me or the average Joe, has any business to Trump's tax returns. Those are his. That's his personal information, personal financial information. And that serves to show his personal financial well-being. And the courts, Adam Schiff, shithead, Nancy Pelosi, they should all be ashamed of themselves. You know who I meant. Okay, Nonetheless, okay, here we go. Both Google and Ascension quickly responded to the report, with Google suggesting the project is compliant with federal health law. Yeah, right. Nonetheless, the federal government still launched an investigation. As part of the partnership, the companies plan to collect detailed personal health information from millions of Americans without their knowledge in an initiative that has been named Project Nightingale, reported Business Insider. According to the journal's report, neither patients nor doctors were notified, and at least 150 Google employees have access to the data, which include lab results. Bad news. You talk about Orwellian. Okay, this is why don't use Google. Use a private browser. DuckDuckGo is one good one. If you can't afford the, private servers or the secured servers. I would avoid Google altogether. And that includes any connected browser that uses Google primarily. I happen to own a Samsung, which has a Samsung browser, which is in fact connected to Google. I simply, most of the time, I do not use it. So anyway, here we go. Alright, so this includes lab results, diagnosis in hospital records, and provides detailed information on people's health histories. Boy, HIPAA's going to have fun with this one. HIPAA's going to have lots of fun with this one, because they're going to be all on it, and they better be. In fact, I'm going to reach out to them on Twitter, I think. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Maybe even by their own website, yeah. By the way, I think what we need to do, we need to start a petition with this stupid impeachment hearsay hearing. It's not a impeachment hearing. It's a hearsay hearing. Because Adam Schiff and his gang of gangbusters know full well that Trump did nothing wrong. They are trying to falsely convict him of something he did not do, which Adam Schiff, I'm sure, is guilty of. And Nancy Pelosi and many others in the Democratic Party. It's time for new Democrats to stand up who aren't for all this bullshit. I am not a Democrat, but if there's a sane Democrat out there, step up and step in, get your party back in line to reality, in line with reality. Okay. Alright, so the real-life manifestation of common concerns about the big tech takeover of the world is the way that communist China utilizes a social credit score system in the United States in which consumers can be blocked from financial transactions if they are deemed to be too nonconformist to be able to spend their money and travel freely. A parallel system to the Chinese social credit score is developing in the United States, in part as the result of Silicon Valley and technology industry user policies, and in part by surveillance of social media activity by private companies, reported Fast Company. What's wrong with using new technology to encourage everyone to behave? The most disturbing attribute of a social credit score is not that it's invasive, but that it's extra legal crimes are pushed outside the legal system, which means no presumption of innocence, no legal representation, no judge, no jury, and often no appeal. In other words, it's an alternative legal system where the accused have fewer rights. Very bad move. Patriots, stand up, rise up, and let's fight the hell out of this. Fight the hell out of this. Then there's 3 comments on this. Robert Ratto. If this happens, there will be only 2 classes of people, the rich and powerful and the poor, as it was in any communist regime. The haves will be able to move about freely because the rules won't apply to them. The poor or slave class will have to follow the strict rules. Those in power won't. Those in power won't. A law that they themselves won't be exempt from. Once again, it is. Okay. Alright, I'm only going to read one of these because they're long. But they have a lot of good to say. And let's see. They themselves won't be exempt from. Once again, it is all about control. Actually, I'll read this next one. Joy P. Thank God I've got him covering my backside. It won't look very pretty if he didn't believe in Jesus for your ultimate protection and friend. He'll cover for you, I promise. Team Trump and his allies 2020 KG, keep America great again. Yes, indeed. Always. Well, there's only 3 of them, so let's go to that third one. Let's not leave this poor fellow out. Charles A. Taylor. George Orwell couldn't have concocted such a world-scary future for all mankind. Be afraid, be very afraid. I would think so, yeah. This is very Orwellian. Frankly, I don't give a damn who's monitoring me. This will go on BitChute. Thank you very much. And I'm also over on Gab.com. You may see me on Steam It. You might even, in the near future, see me on Roku TV. So let's see if we can get one more here. I better not close those out because I lost one already. Yeah, there we go. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so... Alright, here we go. Here's a real important one, guys. This might be the last news article I do, because I should probably get moving here. Let's see where my battery's at. I can't even test that, darn it. Okay, here we go. This is from We the People. 600 kids found proving Trump was right all along. This is 7 hours ago by Nate Madden. And those are just the cases that authorities caught. More than 600 children were recycled by human traffickers looking to exploit loopholes in the American immigration system during the past fiscal year. A federal immigration official told lawmakers Wednesday at a hearing to evaluate border statistics during fiscal year 2019, which ended September 30th. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Acting Deputy Director Derek Benner told the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee that the figure was a result of a DHS initiative called Operation Noble Guardian to identify situations where fraudulent families were released into the interior, and then the children were separated from those unrelated adults, and they were taken to an airport and flown back to Central America. We've identified over 600 children that have been recycled in this methodology, Benner explained. We interviewed several of the children as they were departing the United States, and some of them had indicated they've made this trip as many as 8 times with separate, unrelated adults every time. Benner explained during his opening statement that the recycling process is migrants seeking to use children as passports when apprehended at the border so that they can be released into the United States interior rather than face deportation at the border. The Trump administration has made efforts to combat the practice of human smugglers using children to evade detention, most notably through an executive order from earlier this year that allowed federal authorities to keep family units in detention past the court-set mandate. However, that effort is currently facing a challenge in the federal court system. What they actually probably mean is the federal courts and the dimwit Dems are going to end up trying to block everything Trump does. So, patriots fight back, patriots stand up, rise up. We're going to fight this mess. We're going to help Trump fight this mess. Excuse me, I'm pretty tired, guys. Let's see here. Benner also explained that widespread knowledge of the use of rapid DNA testing to weed out fraudulent family claims at the border has been helpful in cutting down on the practice. We found with rapid DNA about a 13 to 15% hit rate on fraudulent families, Benner told Community Chairman Ron Johnson, Republican, Wisconsin. Now, initially, Senator, when we first got there during the height of the crisis, we were showing percentages that were above 20%, 25%, because the amount of fraud was rampant. A pilot DNA testing program at the border found that roughly 30% of suspected fraudulent family units were not genetically related, according to a Washington Examiner report from May. Word spreads. Benner explained to the Senate panel that the cartels are the best advertisers of what works and what doesn't, and within a short period of time, it was getting back to the organizations that they needed to pivot their operations. Following Benner's explanation, Johnson clarified to the hearing room that the 600 statistics are people we catch, and we don't even know how many we don't understand the magnitude of this problem. And okay, that looks like the end of that article. I think we'll do one more. This is from Showtime. I don't know if I should. But anyway, they've got a headline here. Chef's former career failed, and now we know why. You think he was an actor? It seems to be what he's doing now. He's acting. He's acting like a king. Schiff's former career failed, and now we know why. House fake intelligence chairman Adam Shithead, once working at Adam Schiff, once working on a failing Hollywood screenwriter while living in Los Angeles, penning a post-World War II movie described as too depressing in a courtroom drama called Minotaur, and that no studio wanted to purchase. When Adam Schiff was a young assistant U.S. attorney living in Los Angeles, he did what everyone does when they move to Hollywood. He wrote a screenplay, reports the Washington Post. He spent hours at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science reading the scripts for Silence of the Lamb and Witness in the library. It was the 90s. He leaned on this courtroom experience, thinking back on snippets of dialogue during trials as he typed out a crime thriller, adds the Post. Schiff describes his time in Hollywood in an interview with the New Yorker back in December 2018. The first was a post-Holocaust story called Remnant, said Schiff. I had an agent at William Morris tell me it was good, but no one would want to see it. Too depressing. Then Schindler, how do you say it? Schindler's List came out, and I was like, come on. I had a friend who was a producer, and he said there was 2 answers in Hollywood. Yes, and here's a check. I was getting lots of yeses, he added. Okay, anyway, well, you can go see that for yourself, guys. That is from We the People. The silly clown holding a fake impeachment hearing. Yeah, it is a fake impeachment hearing. More importantly and more precisely, it is a hearsay hearing. Don't ever forget that. This is the most wicked way to treat the American people and an American president. Short of a very bad thing we know we shouldn't ever do. This is just all wrong. Okay, it's all wrong. Anyway, folks, I'm going to kind of hang it up for about 20 minutes. So please stay tuned. This channel will get better. We will try to air these more frequently. I need some more new devices. I need to get back to work sometime, somewhere a little bit, either part-time or full-time. Anyway, guys, God bless you all. Have a great day. This is Mr. Nick B., your host for GMU Today. C. Beagle, D. Rob, Daniel Boone, Edward Black, Packed Up Bullshits, and all the rest of my subscribers and viewers. Other viewers, have a great day, please. If you care to donate, my cash tag for Cash App is simply $GMU Guy, all caps. $GMU Guy, all caps. I have a PayPal account, but I'm not currently using it in that way. Maybe soon. At any rate, my friends, you have a great day, and C. Beagle, D. Rob, Daniel Boone, I thank you for being very loyal and staying with me. And the other subscribers, too. There's about 17 others that have really stayed the course. So thank you, guys. Thank you all. God bless you all. Have a great night. This is Mr. Nick B. for the evening edition of GMU Today on Friday, November 15th. Although it feels like December 15th. So have a great day, guys. God bless you all. Don't forget to pray for our president and his administration and his family. Devin Nunez, Tim Jordan, anybody else that is fighting hard to get to the truth of the matter and for a fair process for President Donald J. Trump. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. God bless. Again, Mr. Nick B. for GMU Today.